Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? I hope you can. Hopefully you are able to hear my beautiful tones whispering delicately to you through the airwaves at the moment. You might notice things are a tiny bit different because I actually deleted my old world and made a new one, because I like to do that when I start playing games. I like to get a bit of the way through a game and then be like, I'm going to take what I know now and go back and redo things with a better understanding of the start. And that is why I am now a fair bit browner than I was before. I have become brown man good or something. Let me just stab this this unfortunate penguin. Yes, I am stabbing you. I've had a fascinating day today, and unfortunately I can't go into too much detail about it, but I have actually been on a voice call for the last 2 hours, which should eventually yield some quite interesting results for things. Get in the damn... Get in. Get in. Thank you very much. Please stay in. You can do it. You can do it. That's it. Good boy. Oh, and it's got a good trait too. Nice. I'm only really trying to catch these for the drops right now anyway. So how has everybody's day been? Unfortunately, I have had to give back the laptop that I was using to read chat. So my responses to stream chat might be a little bit delayed because I don't have a second monitor to actually watch them on. How is the audio? How is the audio going? You can't hear any beautiful tones? Shut up. I am not muted. There we go. Oh, that's got a decent trait too. So yeah, this world, I edited the settings a little bit. My stamina now regens about twice as fast, or rather decays half as fast, rather. And I changed my base. My base is now up yonder, that direction. Why am I still doing this? I need to bring out this guy and then ride. Come here. Oi, come here. Come here, you idiot. Come here. Excuse me, I'm holding the ride button. Thank you. I've been surprised at how smooth the mechanics in this game are so far. I say that as I immediately run into a wall. So yeah, my stamina regens a bit faster now, and I've also made pals appear a bit more often because I got sick and tired of having to wait around to try and... Oops, that was horribly, horribly, horribly misaimed. I'm just going to dismount. These guys can't even hurt me, really. Come on, mate. Please get in the ball. Thank you very much. But yeah, this game is kind of autistic crack, I've realised. Please get in the ball. Thank you. That's all of it. I'm getting very good traits with some of these now. Oi! I said get in the ball. Thank you. Apparently this game is now exceeding, it's slowly climbing up towards the levels of Hogwarts Legacy in terms of the amount streamed. And that was a terrible trait, that's bad. So yeah, I can understand it. I haven't even gotten particularly far in this game yet. Like, these are all like basic pals, but I'm enjoying myself. It's just oddly hypnotic. So yeah, Palworld, if this game does not get some kind of award of whatever stupid gaming show they do next, I'll be amazed, because it's you just can't stop playing it. You just can't. It's disturbing for somebody with serious ADHD to say that something is unputdownable. I just can't get over it. Every time I put down this game to do something else, even if it's like very essential, important work, my brain is just like, yeah, but I could be playing Palworld right now. Please stop doing that. Please just smack that thing, please. Do not kill it, because I actually want to catch it. Please get in the ball. I like these things. The design of these things is very cute. I say as I begin to stab them mercilessly to death. I have also not crafted a bow yet, which is probably not a good idea. Ah, I shall evade you. Oh, you are a squirmy thing. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty chill stream overall. Oh, and that's an annoying thing. I've noticed a glitch where the PAL sphere, if I press it too close to a PAL, it just doesn't work properly. Let me just switch around to you. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I needed. Burn it. Burn it, please. Could you please get in the ball? Thank you. I've definitely become a lot more comfortable. This game is deceptive. This game is deceptively simple. I've read a bunch of stuff about this game on Twitter now, and Kirsha apparently got her account suspended by people reporting her over her Palworld tweets. Which just goes to show what absolute piss babies the Nintendo community is. What is that over there? Is that something that I can actually get at the moment? I think it may be. It would be very nice. Let me just look at my map. Oh, that was stupid of me. I've only got 4 PAL spheres left, which is suboptimal. I love the name of this thing. Thwack. Thwack. They knew what they were saying, let's not lie. Get in the ball, please. Oh, he has another ball. Hello. Please stay in the ball. Be nice. Yeah. Oh, that's another good trait. These are all great traits. I'm guessing this one, if I try and attack it, will murder me with the entire group. I feel this thing is really cute. This thing is really, really cute. I don't think I'm gonna murder this thing. Mostly because I think that I will immediately be attacked by all of its little thingamajigs, but I'm not going to try and get this one with this few PAL spheres because I feel I would have a moral obligation to take all of its children with me. I think it would be very cruel. Like, if you're going to enslave something, you should definitely enslave the rest of their family too, because it's just not moral otherwise. You know, there are ethical concerns. You shouldn't split up a parent and child in a slavery relationship, okay? That was the problem with the Roman Empire. You see, the Roman Empire had to import slaves. But the thing was, with the Romans, the children of slaves were still slaves, and so there was no incentive for slaves to actually interbreed and maintain the population. And so that was a major factor in the downfall of the Roman Empire, the fact that it had exhausted the populations from which it could feasibly get slaves from. And the slaves within its own economy were not self-perpetuating. And so it was an eternally declining resource, and it's actually getting a bit too dark now for me to be out. Oh, what am I? I can't even see what I'm climbing on. This is suboptimal. Actually, if I unleash this, no. Command. Focus on same enemy. I think that'll stop it from mindlessly attacking everything around it. Yeah. Thank you very much, mate. I say that. Oh, this is something that I aggroed earlier and just then kind of forgot about. Oh, that's a depresso. A depresso espresso? You can murder that thing. Oh, I've got no PAL spheres. Alright, well, I guess you will be murdered then. Thanks for the venom glands. Just look back at chat for a second. I see you've given up your dignity and embraced the flaming deer. The flaming deer life didn't choose me. Something or other. Look, I'm annoyed that it's such a good mount. Is what I'm gonna say. It gives a very acceptable riding experience, and I'm just gonna stop talking about it now. Yeah? Okay. Let's move on from this topic, shall we? Let's move on. Yes, definitely. I found it quite hilarious that I went on Twitch last night and every single one of the streamers that I follow on Twitch, because about 5 or 6 were live at the same time, every single one was playing Palworld. The only one that wasn't streaming Palworld was, I think, Smug Alana, because she was asleep, and so she was just sleeping instead of playing Palworld. That was the one exception to the Palworld, the absolute Palworld sweep that I was experiencing last night. Alright, let's see if I can catch one more thing before I head home. Actually, instead of heading home, I want to see if I can unlock the fast travel point. Because that's fast travel. Yes, it is. I found a dungeon before, but I didn't go into it because I have no idea what kind of gear you need to take on dungeons in this game, and I kind of feel like I want to get first up to, like, ore. I have no idea why I'm stabbing you, mate. I'm very sorry. That was a completely meaningless murder. That's the thing about this game. Sometimes you just feel the need to murder something. You feel the need to commit war crimes. I'm trying not to murder you, okay? Take this, you know, take this hint. You did not take this hint. You know what? I'm going to give you another hint. Okay, you are seriously, you are autistic levels of unable to take a hint, so I'm just going to have to kill you. I'm sorry. I tried to give you a chance. I need your delicious fluids. Did I say that? I mean your very useful fluids. Fast travel has been unlocked. Oh, you get technology points for that. I was not aware of that. I wish they would stop giving me extra pal spheres because I want to go home and craft more, but the game is like, no, stay out. Oh, those are syndicate thugs. I am not prepared for that right now. I tried multiplayer for a little bit and the lag issues were a bit intense, so I stopped. Fast travel back to my base and let's get some administrivia going. Let me just look back at trap. Sleep streams should result in bans. Hate that BS. No slavery messed up the Roman economy by destroying the profitability of small landholding, perpetuating the excessively inefficient latifundia and overly urbanizing Italy. Well, I mean that too. That too, but I mean I'm more talking like late Roman Empire stuff, not the early Roman Empire, okay? There's a lot of Roman Empire out there. A lot of Roman Empire. Let me just do the silly thing. I need to actually, yeah, I need to cook that stuff. Do I have enough pal fluids for a hot spring? Yes, I do. That is going to be the next thing on the agenda. I'm going to put a hot spring out here. And then all these guys are going to come over here and deal with it. How's my food supply? 63 berries. So yeah, we've got plenty of berries. The berry economy is doing quite well. Now, after a few minutes, I should be able to... The one thing I will say that I dislike about this is that the contextual menu for interacting with your pals is a little bit twitchy. It just doesn't work sometimes. That's so cute. So I've kind of gotten mixed messages. I haven't actually looked it up. Do pals evolve? I'm curious. If I keep the same pals on my team, will they turn into bigger, stronger pals? Or is it, or is evolution just not a thing, really, in the game at the moment? There's eggs, definitely. I know that much. Come on, my slaves. How do I? Contextual menu, please. Oh, you absolute, you annoyance. Oh, when I'm here, I should. Oh, that's lovely. No, not got enough ore. Let's start harvesting that and hope it doesn't have any STDs. Oh, hello. Please leave me alone. Are you Oh, oh, that's mine. Sorry. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Ow! Could you please go away? You, I want you. I want you. And it was just killed instantly. That's very irritating. Please, nobody hit that in the crossfire. I'm taking my rage out on you, random chicken. Malpaca Fox Sparks Harness. Key items 355. I'm gonna hold off on using that, on crafting that for this second. Actually make a bow after however long. And then get a bunch of arrows. I think... yeah, I can afford tons of arrows. I think like 60 arrows or something. Start production. Thank you very much. It's another thing, like that. Sometimes the wild the invasions just kind of glitch out, and they do stuff like that where they're just chilling, which is mildly annoying, but I suppose I can deal with it. Can I? Yep. Come on, let's make you a tiny bit happier, my slave, that I'm definitely not going to replace immediately that something new comes along. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoops. This is what I mean. The contextual menu is just a little bit fiddly. Okay? Please stop doing that, thank you. Also, I haven't been able to catch streams lately. My sleep schedule took a dive. You cannot escape not Pokemon. Late Western Roman Empire's problem was more due to lack of influx of new sources of gold and silver, plus the bloated military budget and lack of social mobility during... Is there any subject on which you are not able to hold forth on, Porian? Like, if I mention nuclear physics, will you suddenly reveal that you are an expert in nuclear physics as well? I have too much stuff on me. That is definitely a personal problem, which I will hereby rectify. Do that, thank you. And I'm now hungry. Lovely. Yeah, if I just set that and then, yep, I've got 41 arrows. I'm not going to run out anytime soon, probably. But this game is very, very chill. And just having pals work on stuff for you in the background is just such a delight. I haven't gotten anywhere into the story yet, though. I've not even looked at any of the notes that castaways and so on have dropped, so I need to do that. We just cook up this egg. Oh yeah, I need to upgrade my base too. Base upgrade, high quality workbench, medieval medicine workbench. Okay, do I have enough for an HQ workbench right now? No, because I need 10 nails. Okay, let's see about working on nails. 5, that should be 10 nails. Okay. Oh, blimey, those take a lot. I'm gonna be here a little while. Actually, I need to... I'm really not used to this yet. Oh, yeah, you can do manual labor, can't you? Thank you. Yes, you can do that. And now I can assist, and we can get this done a little bit faster. The animations could do with a tiny bit more work, obviously, because that is just a tiny bit immersion breaking. The design on these things is most definitely, yes. It's just a little bit weird. I'm gonna go back and catch that thing and its family, and they're going to be like its parasitic offspring or something that horrifically mutated other pals into screaming abominations that cry eternally for the sweet release of death. Is that how it's gonna be? Yes, please work on the pal spheres, because I need a bunch more. I can't have an informed discussion on any of the natural sciences, no. It's just Texas Pokemon. What? Thank you very much. Acquire, and then can you please come over here and work on this? Let's work on this. It's weird, after being on a call with somebody for several hours, my brain has just kind of wiped itself out. Can't really think of much to do. I do have an update regarding our the TVA new server, because that's slowly coming along. I've been doing. That's what's been most of my day. My day has been calling somebody about a topic on the forum that is going to be expanded on soon, TM, and also I have been sorry, pardon me. I have been working on the new server, which currently I have been doing S3 storage solutions. Does anyone here know what an S3 storage solution is? Because I sure as hell did not before starting this project. I now know what an SSH key is. I know what a putty client is. I know the difference between Ubuntu and Alpine Linux. I don't suppose anybody here has used Anki flashcards, because I tried to use Anki flashcards at one point, and they were useful for a while, but then my ADHD kicked in. What the hell are you doing up there? Excuse me. Do you mind, sir? Hello? Okay. So that's just like, that's happened. A game, do you mind? Let me just go and compliment this one if I can. Okay, so this is the annoying thing. Is it because it's actually off? No, I could pet these earlier, and they weren't engaged, so that's not the case. Acquire that. Is there a way to tell pals to specifically work on something? I assume there is, but I'm not sure. Select recipe. No, that's not what I want to do. I have my nails, so now I can make an HQ workbench. I need, first of all, I'm just gonna go pal box management, logging foreman, mine foreman. I definitely don't need a mine foreman right now. Wait, what can you do? Workaholic. Sand drops 15% slower. Stronghold strategist. Why do I have a Lamble that is stronghold strategist? 10% increase to player defense. Okay. It's here somewhere. I had somebody. Is there a way to? No, there isn't. Yeah, logging foreman. You can replace that Fox Sparks. Oh yes, I should stick you there too. And oh yeah, insufficient materials. So I just need to whack down a few trees. Let's go. Let's go. When I first started playing, I didn't know anything about PAL traits or anything, so After I learned that, I decided that I was just going to start over and get some good pals right at the start that had stuff like logging and a mine worker to help me out, and that helped immensely. Right, let's just get a full load of wood and then go back home. Pick them up with F and throw them at something with F again that will assign them to a job. Take them off work, then back on it from the PAL box. They're gonna starve up. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I think I just did that one because No, I didn't. Okay. I will do that the moment I get back to base with a wood haul. Can they starve to death? Let me just do that. PAL box management. We're good. Yep. PAL box management. And then do I need... I actually kind of need you more. Because these are miners. Because these things all default to mining as opposed to actually creating stuff, which is what I prefer them to do right now. No, that's not what I need to do. I need to make another straw PAL bed. Nope, nope, no, no. Get out the way. Too close to... Yeah. There we go. I love these things. These things are so cute. There we go. Do I have to pet you? I suppose I will. There we go. Yes, yes. You be all sparkly at me. I know what you're like. People have been telling me that the idol girls have not been doing too brilliantly recently. Which is a bit of a shame, I suppose. I've seen Phase Connect has had like a major... I think it was since Christmas that Phase Connect has experienced a very significant rise in viewers. A lot of people have commented on, which I find quite interesting. Whereas the idol girls seem to have fallen out of favor on the forum as well. I've noticed that people are just not talking about them anywhere near as much as they used to. Admittedly, I've been so tied up with personal projects recently, I have not kept up with the thread all that much. But if I go back and I look at people working on people posting on the forum, people just are not talking about. How do I? Well, contextual menu, please. Thank you. You come here. Can I throw you at this and have you mine this for me, please? Yes, thank you. You mine that while I mine this. Yeah, the Idol girls don't seem to be doing quite as hot, and Idol itself I am going to be keeping a bit of an eye on because it has had that whole thing with Brave Group. Brave Group has apparently acquired other streaming companies before. As a hostile... is it a hostile takeover? I don't think so. Like, a hostile takeover is when, like, aggressive interests buy out a bunch of stock in a company to take it over with no warning, whereas Brave Group may just... Because it would not surprise me at all if Avil... How do you even pronounce his name? I'll just say Avil, and I am a colonialist, so... an imperialist, rather. I'm a bit disjointed at the moment. I do apologise if I come across as kind of rambly at the moment, because I have just been talking for an awful long amount of time. But yeah, oh, weapon is damaged. Oh, I was saying about Anki flashcards, wasn't I? Yeah, I've started... something that I've been doing is... I've been trying to learn a bit more about certain topics, and I found a very good way to turn information into bite-sized chunks and cement it into my mind is to use Anki I've become part of the Anki fascist squad. Yeah, the Anki flashcard system to just write down the answers to questions and then see if I can guess them and then flip them over to see if I've guessed right. And that has been surprisingly good for my autism, managing to focus on things. I should really craft that. And then I have this. Have I got a parachute already? I don't think so. Oh, I can afford the meat cleaver now. Do I want to? Wait, did I actually build this HQ workbench? No, I didn't. I will build this HQ workbench right here. There we go. Thank you, guys. Oh, that builds fast. Nice. Select recipe. Yes, you need nails and ingots. Just max that out, and then let's get some more pals. But what I'm going to do now is motivational leaguer, logging foreman. These are all logging foremen, so what I need is there a way to search pals by their traits? I don't think there is, which is absolutely something that developers should add fairly swiftly, I think. Because there was at least one mine for foreman. Power of Gaia, runner, work slave. Wait, work slave? What's that? I haven't seen that one before. Work speed 30, attack minus 30. You are... Yeah, you're a mine foreman. That's what I need. And then pop you down there, because you're going to work a lot faster than them. Ah, there we are. I want you. That's motivational leader. Dirt lover. Yeah, I don't need a chicken in my party any longer. Do traits stack? Like the passive skills, do they increase? I'm not sure. I would be quite interested to know if they did. Everybody's working, good. The headband, is that automatically equipped? How is it automatically? Oh, I need stat points, there we go. Can we just repair my gear before we head out? Yeah, that's a no. I keep getting the PAL gear and these things mixed up, which is stupid of me. But hey, I'm an idiot, so it happens, guys. Just feed everybody up very nicely. There is the ore. Let's go whack some ore. I'll just look at chat again for a second. There was a recent happenings thread. We just don't use. Yeah, people need to. Fucking YT's was working on that, but he vanished. So I need to go back and look into the coding for that, because I wanted to make it so that when there is a new post in happenings, it changes color so that people know that a new happening has been posted. I might use that. I've also been looking into widgets. You probably noticed like the test thing at the bottom of posts. I meant to remove that earlier, but you know how on Kiwi Farms there are those boxes above and below posts on certain threads where it tells you what to do in how you're supposed to behave in this part of the forum? I'm going to be implementing that because there's people who, was it Blackjack? Yeah, Blackjack, the guy from the Lolly forum, who just came in and said, yeah, I didn't read the rules or anything, and I don't know how, because I have the questions active, so he had to have read the rules or something. But yeah, he said, oh yeah, I didn't read the rules. Which is why I banned him. And so I want that box so that there's no plausible deniability for anyone not having read and comprehended the rules, because I'm sick and tired of people not reading the rules. Maybe just sleep the night away because I'm not interested in catching pals at the moment. I just want more ore. Need to break through the ore bottleneck, apparently. Does anyone here know what the Ryan Syndicate requires in order to beat? Like, what level should my pals be and so forth? Do I need to get Metal Gear before I attack them? Hello, sir. Please ignore me. Can I whack this without accidentally hitting you? I'm just going on a little expedition. You don't need to mind me. I'm going to relocate my base at some point further. I was told there's a nice place to have a base a ways out that way. Somewhere out here. I need to unlock that. Oh, why did I do that? I'm an idiot. I keep fat fingering that key. It does annoy me that Pal spheres, once you've thrown them, don't become objects in the world that you can pick back up. That would be a wonderful mechanic. Obviously, if they're broken, then you can understand that they'd vanish, but when it's just you missed, it's very annoying to not be able to pick them back up again. Can you guys... No, you probably can't. You can't hear my fan. My fan has just started to speed up. I do find it hilarious how it's a decent temperature at the moment, but the moment the temperature drops, my fan speed drops because it's no longer having to cool my computer as effectively. If I turn on my gas heater and heat the temperature up in here to about 25 degrees or so, which is pretty comfortable for me, then... my fan speed from my CPU immediately increases dramatically to compensate for that, which I find quite entertaining. Funnily enough, my GPU either has a silent fan or I've never really heard my GPU start to go up. Lovander has fallen ill. Oh dear. The sex pest has caught an STD. I'm so tragically ashamed of that. That's so unfortunate. The fact there is no toggle to, like, hold down work for you and tab away and do something else is another annoying thing that I don't like. Ah! Why did I do that? Seems to have broken a bone, looks painful. Oh dear. I suppose I have to take them out of working at the moment. There we go. Wait, what else have I got in my inventory that's weighing me down so much? Oh, is that the ore? Oh, it's the ore, yes, because I didn't assign it a place. 77 ore, that's a lot. Hells will slack off or get sick if they feed them high quality food. Okay. Right, I need to build another primitive furnace. Can I? Yes, I can. I can build several primitive furnaces, actually. Yep, because I've got enough of the fiery guys. Box management. They're all San 99. This guy is San... I'm guessing that because they're higher level, they need more stuff. Let's just put useful guys around here. And then we need 3 of these. That's a masochist. That's... Oops, no, that's not what I want to do. I want you to be working, because you're actually quite useful. Right. 20 on that, and then 20 on this. Oh, actually, no, it's different. Max. Okay, there we go. Got 3 of these things. They should come and burn their way through the place. There we go. Nice. Need to start eating that bread at some point. Oh. Yep, I've acquired all those. Oops, no, that's not what I meant to do. The arrows above and below the Palsphere logo aren't centered properly. That bread bar shows how much food they demand. I figured that out, actually. Also, someone pointed this out, the little Oh, I see. You said the same thing. Proctor, how do you have such a slow chat, yet you don't manage to read all the messages? I'm not reading all the messages because some of them are just not particularly interesting. Proctor, interrupt your stream and approve my Rec Room thread. Let me have a look. Approval queue. This is a containment thread for the containment thread. I see. You've created a specific place for reticule, have you? Is that how it is? There you go. There you go. I have approved the thread. You can now go and do whatever it is you want to do there, you weird and strange person. For 20 minutes, I've been trying to get your attention to interrupt your stream and approve a Rec Room thread I made for something, lol. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't bother contacting. Just contact me on Discord, mate. I'll see the Discord ping when I tab back out. Because I have pings turned up for practically everything except everyone mentions. Can I... I've got 700 stone, so yeah, I am not going to need all that much. Yes, the ingots are done. Excellent. So I should be able to immediately boost myself up a level or two. Yeah, that thing's going to take a little while. So what did I need to do to upgrade my base again? Base upgrade, build medieval medicine workbench. I need more nails. Wait, can I build nails at this? Yeah, F, acquire. Let's do that. And I need more. Which guy here has... I think you have... Thank you. Please work with me. Oh, it's been a pretty busy day at the moment, really. I think one of the main things that is getting me down at the moment is just trying to deal with all the stuff to do with the new website, the new server that is, because there's just so much to learn. There's just so much, and I do have very helpful and kind people that are shepherding me through the process, but I mean, if you told me a month and a half ago that setting up an independent server for the forum was going to take as much work as it has, I don't know. We can set up, like, Zenforo is not a problem. We can set up and transfer Zenforo over, but it's avoiding another Chudbuds situation where the server is unsecure or that you can all connect to it properly, because sometimes there are connection issues for no apparent reason. Sometimes things just don't work properly like they do on the cloud, and all of those things are mired in a very complicated and irritating net lingo, which I have to understand, and it's all from... You say something to somebody and they're like, did you mean this or this? Because you're using the nomenclature in the way a normie would, but when I say it, I'm referring to something very specific, which is different from how you're saying it. And so I have to constantly... It's like speaking another language. I'm thinking in my head, am I saying to this person what I want to say? Or am I saying something that they are going to take out of context because they just are thinking of a different thing than me because we are operating in different cultures? Okay, so now you can build medical supplies. That's lovely. If this thing is fractured, like, will it heal by itself if I just leave it in the PAL box or not? I'll look back at chat in a second, by the way. Now imagine how null feels. Yeah, exactly. It turns out the web part of Webmaster is a lot of work. It is indeed. And I'm not particularly averse to learning. I don't want to be like brain off. Okay, somebody else do it for me. I want to learn, but hello, are you going to get off there? that animation is just so goofy. I mean, look, the way it ragdolls. Oh my. But there's like a charm to it. There's a charm to the jank in this game that a lot of people don't understand. What do I want to? A crossbow. It can be used to fire arrows effortlessly. Its power more than makes up for its slow reload time. Okay. I need a metal pickaxe for mining, definitely. That's... production. Which I will help out on. Let me just look back at chat for a second. This is literally a constant struggle in my day-to-day work. Common people's definition of an IT term versus IT workers. Definitely, yeah. Why can't I get the stupid thing about other way? Definition of the term. Sorry, when I look at chat, the way that I'm looking at chat right now, there's a slight... there's a watermark on the edge of the screen, which I can't quite read words through, so I have to guess occasionally. I apologize. But yeah, that's exactly the problem that I face. And I consider myself more informed than the average person on this stuff. But even then, the gulf of my knowledge between... Oh, you can do both. That's useful. I was not aware that was a thing. Oh, you have to click and drag, sorry. And discard this old one, because I don't need it anymore. And let's just do all that over again. Let's get more ore. Let's get more, yeah, let's get more stuff. And what's my weight? Yeah, I can do with actually getting rid of a couple more things. 1 second. And the wooden chest, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Again, they need to make the UI a bit more fluid. It's awkward and annoying the way it is right now. Oh, good. Pal spheres don't have a weight. Oh, that's what was holding me down so much. That dark egg was very large. No, that's not big. That's not big. That ain't big. Oh yeah, the ingots and the I was a fool. I was carrying those around. What a fool I was. And then Pal souls. That's a bit morbid. Mission. Wait, have I not upgraded yet? No, I haven't. I'm a fool. I am a foolish fool who is fooled. Build a cooler box and a sphere workbench. What do I need for a cooler box? Ah, I have everything I need for a cooler box right now, so I will put it right here, I think. Tappy, 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 tappy. What does it say here? Assign an ice pal to help prevent food stored inside from spoiling. Okay. Pal box management. What is an ice pal? I'm guessing that's an ice pal, isn't it? Yeah. Or you. Come here. Chuck you with this. Is that... Do you do it? No, you're gonna sleep. Okay. Wait, are you even able to do that? You're not able to do that. That's very irritating, yeah. Oh, that one can. Wait. So these things can cool, they're just choosing not to. Why are you transporting? No, do not transport. Look. This is what I want you to do. Is it just this? Oh, there's nothing in it, is there? So that makes sense, doesn't it? I'm a fool. Sorry. Does this thing operate as a food box too? Small food vault. Okay, so that is a food vault, so I can get rid of this one. Just gonna keep the berries for myself then. Yeah, okay, I've figured it out. I'm sorry. No, I have not figured it out. Yeah, let's see if I can make you understand a bit better. He is cooling, excellent. I'm not going to be streaming for too long tonight, I don't think. You three are all glitched out, aren't you? Please don't tell me you're glitched out. No, yeah, you're okay, actually. Although, thinking about it, I don't actually have to have you assigned at the base at the moment, do I? What I'll do is, yes, put you guys here. And everybody that I have here should just be doing... You want to put this... I want to put the gay deer to work. What are you doing? Actually, if I put you bunch here, will you just generate food for me? I think you will. I hope so. Hello, sir. Please ignore me. Thank you. That ore patch. No, I've worked out that ore patch. Okay. And I need to keep remembering to ride my very gay deer. Need to find more ore patches, don't I? There should be more down here somewhere. Yep, there's one. Oh, that was handy. Very nice. Now I'm getting tons of ore. Excellent. This was the right decision to make. I've been thinking about stream ideas too, because it seems like I'm getting back into a bit more of a regular stream groove. For the next time I stream, I'm probably going to be covering a bit more of the recent events on the forum. I'm certain that, well, I sincerely hope that by next week we'll have more information on the whole Selene situation, because I think within about 2 days it will be an entire month since she last did anything of any sort. And so looking back, doing a retrospective on the Selene situation seems like a logical way to address things. There's also been Pomu's graduation, of course. I'm wondering if there's been any more movement on the V-Ho show front. There's been a little bit of indie drama here and there, some very entertaining activities on the Twitter sphere. I also need to update the Discord too. I need to bring forth all the new categories. Because I want to be able to link to V-Tweeter nonsense a bit more often, because V-Tweeters are a blight on existence and should be purged. I simply don't understand it when people adopt the VTubing mantra and they do like 2 or 3 streams, and then they stop streaming and they start tweeting, and pretty much all of their tweets are, "Oh, I don't get any views. Oh, the streamer sphere is so racist and intolerant. Oh, I don't get it, guys. Why am I not popular?" And I'm like, I look at their streams and it's like, last stream 2 months ago. Why do you think you're not popular? You're not streaming. Please don't attack that mama rest. Please. Please, please, please. Thank you very much. Leave it alone. You do not need to destroy everything in your path, although I think we might murder these pen gullets because they have ice organs that I need. Kill! Thank you. Yes, I need your delicious fluids, thank you. But if I'm weighed down, can I just ride a pal to get back to normal speed? Is that the way I cheese this? It does kind of work. I think it still slows me down a little bit. But not too much. Oh, there's that thing. I'm pretty sure I'll be in a level or two I'll be able to catch that thing. Dinosome. That thing is also a contender for PAL with questionable activities, shall we say? Wait, am I above my base right now? I think I am. Have I just done a stupid? No, I have not done a stupid. I have almost done a stupid. Oh, I can't jump like this. Sorry, my brain fell out for a second that I had no idea what I was doing. There we go. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm amazed by how much content this game has because, like, this is all that I've done so far. I've only been to, like, the Syndicate Tower, and yet there are multiple different islands. And I'm about 15 hours into this already, and I've only seen like a tiny number of pals relative to how many I know there are. So fair play to the team for managing to get this much stuff into the game already. It's highly commendable. Right, so let's distribute this evenly. That should be about 33 start production. And there's this one. Start. Let's max that out. Start. PAL box management. Now we get rid of these three, because these three don't matter at all. Actually, you're quite useful, so I'm going to stick you there. You, I don't need. Ferocious. Positive thinker. Waterproof, that's useful. There, now go and burn things. Burn things for your master. VSJ been quiet lately, aside from hopeful buzzing about Mika and Pomu joining, which admittedly looks very likely. If Mika and Pomu join VHosho, I will officially rebrand VHosho as the VTuber retirement home. Selene is going to be graduated silently, calling it now. What do you mean by silently exactly? I'm being beeped. Oh, I'm being beeped from the FaZe Connect community. I find it hilarious that I'm part of the FaZe Connect community Discord. I've never posted there, but I'm surprised. Because I figured that I would be banned at some point from the FaZe Connect community Discord. Because I know there are people on there that seethe about TVA in private occasionally, but nobody has ever done anything. I can just sit there with roles and everything, and maybe if I say something, then 5 seconds later it'll be like, aha, we have identified the notorious hacker known as Proctor Zakharov, and we are now banning him. We had no idea that he had snuck onto our server illegally. We would never stand for such a terrible thing to ever happen, etc., blah, 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 and so on. How's this doing? Oh yeah, that actually works really well. These guys dropped anything. Oh, pallium fragment, nice. Oh, yep. Got eggs, we got eggy eggs. I remember now, there was this whole stupid controversy on Twitter about the end of lockdown. I think it was winter 2022. Now, as you know, I kind of like conspiracy theories a bit. I think there's a lot of truth into the kind of nonsense that, well, not nonsense, obviously. There's a lot of stuff that is said that is obviously true, but it's unpleasant to say. You're not allowed to say it, and it's called a conspiracy theory because it would disrupt the mainstream narrative. But there was this stupid thing in 2020, late winter 2022. Where there was this conspiracy that went around that the government was putting chemicals into the bird feed because there was an outbreak of bird flu. There was a major outbreak of bird flu in pretty much the entire world that killed a huge number of birds. Notably, nobody has mentioned bird flu in ages now. But Yeah, that happened. And at the same time, a lot of farmers started posting about how their egg yields had dropped. A whole load of people that had bought chickens had said, that's really strange. Around the same time that bird flu started happening, my chickens stopped laying. I think that the government has been putting chemicals into the bird food to make egg production stop, so that people will no longer be able to keep chickens privately. This is part of the government's strategy to deprive homeowners of the ability to feed themselves. And I'm like, you know, I believe that the government is trying to make self-sufficiency as hard as possible for the average person. There is no disputing that. There's just one problem with your theory about the bird food stopping the chickens from laying. It's winter. Chickens don't lay in winter. So yeah. They're not laying, not because of the government chemicals in the bird food. They're not laying because they don't lay at this time of year to begin with, you nitwit. Sorry, 1 second. They're turning the birds gay. Not even chickens are immune to empty egg cartons. They've got empty egg carton syndrome. What am I making next? I'm making a crossbow next. Start production with 150. That's 50 workload. That's actually easier. Do I have somebody that's good at workload here? You go and do that thing. Go and do that thing that I desire you to do. You guys are all sleeping. I will. Can I interact with you while you're sleeping? No, I can't. What if I press F? Yeah, I'm cheating a bit with this food, but I don't like food. I don't like decay mechanics in general, so I'm okay with cheating with the food. I haven't got the music on, as you can probably tell, but I like the ambience of this game too. All the sound design seems to be really good. Even just the sound of that. You'd think that would be annoying after a while, but there's actually like a cadence to that tap, 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 tap noise that I find really soothing. I could actually stand here, or I could have this game open in the background and listen to that noise and be like, that is the sound of labor being performed. This game really is a miracle, and it shines such a light on the uselessness of the regular game industry. If you'd given, say, EA Games or Epic or another one of these companies this concept, they would have made it terrible. I guarantee you that. It would be soulless. It would have a ton of day one launch issues. Oh, hello. You're cute. Let me just thank you for your help. And now you stop helping me. Thanks a bunch. But yeah, I wouldn't trust any AAA game to a game studio to make this game. Instead, we've just got this. Are all three of those working? Which is great. I wonder if there'll be a free camera mod, like where you can just like use free camera to look around. That would be nice. Somebody mentioned there have been. I don't think anybody has made, like, hacks or cheats for this game yet. That would be interesting. That's the one thing that I worry about with this game, that there'll be an advent of hackers in the community, because this game is mostly played online multiplayer through friends, and the developer team is fairly inexperienced, so I would be surprised if they have any anti-cheat measures. I know you can use Cheat Engine to edit registry values and everything in this game, but I mean, Cheat Engine works with practically anything, as far as I know. Where... Old bow. Yeah, let's try the crossbow. What's the crossbow's use time? That's actually not bad at all. Oh, you can even zoom in. Hello, you're going to be... Wait, are you mine? Are you mine? No, you're not. That did 1,000 damage. Oh my. I like that a lot. Where are we? Are these guys finished? Yes, they are. Excellent. Lovely. Now I can set one of them to making fried eggs. Make fried eggs for everyone. The sound of industry, I quite agree. It's a lovely sound. This game is 3D Stardew Valley, basically. A lot of it is 3D Stardew Valley, and I massively appreciate that. Learned Stone Blast. Oh, nice. I might have to take a break in a few minutes, by the way, because of certain essential biological functions that I have been ignoring for a while. Let me see. How many oh, that's nice. I want to make as many pal spheres as I possibly can before I head back out. Oh, wait, did I pick up? Oh, yeah, I did. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's a nice drip. I like that. I'll just discard this old one. That's a nice drip. Oh, I realize I have not used my technology in a while. May as well unlock this stuff. Daydream's necklace. Color for Daydream. If Daydream is on your team, it will stay by your side and attack enemies in tandem. Okay. Alright. And that looks helpful. Anything else up here? Oh, I've actually unlocked quite a lot. Poison arrow, crossbow, pen gullet's rocket launcher. Rocket launcher for launching pen gullet. Activate its partner skill to fire pen gullet and damage enemies. After firing, pen gullet will become incapacitated. You don't say. Cooking pot. Poison arrow, crossbow, mega shield, no doubt. Metal chest. Mill. Monitoring stand. You can command your pals to work on various things inside the base. Yes. That's exactly what I need. What's the viewing cage for? And we have a wall torch. This is funny. This carpet set here. This is really funny because... just a little bit of a funny story. This carpet set, the graphic for this, I recognize this graphic. This graphic is actually a carpet that is a base game asset in Neverwinter Nights from 2002. I recognize the design on that carpet. That is extremely entertaining to me. That is one of the base items in the Neverwinter Nights tool set. And I've seen this graphic in like 3 or 4 different games, so this texture has been used by multiple different games, and most of them have been different genres too. It's been a background item in like 3 different genres, from a strategy game to an RPG, now to this. So I really find that funny. That thing is older than 2002 at the very least, so you're looking at a 20-plus-year-old asset right there that's still being reused to this day. Let's unlock the glider. Although it's mass-produced model, it still performs decently. Okay, what do I need to upgrade my base again? Why have you just left one... Oh, I haven't got all my pals in bed, so let me just change that. There you go. Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, lovely. Just gonna do the thing. I opened the eggs there. I'm an idiot. I need to cook those eggs. Start production, please. You three. Oi, you three. Oh, one's doing it. Good. And good, the rock is back, so I'm going to get more ore. I was intending to go out hunting, do more stuff with pals, but I just like this. It's pleasant. Does anyone who plays multiplayer know how the simulation works? Is the whole... I'm guessing the whole world is not simulated all at once. That would be kind of insane. Anything to pick up around here? Oh, no, no, come here. Do I burn myself on top of these? No, I don't. That's nice. Let's get some more palladium. Hope you enjoy yourself there, mate. They're turning... if the game isn't something that handles data client-side, cheat engine is useless. There's also things developers can do that if a game detects cheat engine open, it'll fail to launch. Essential biological functions like petting birds and foxes. I quite agree. I have not petted my... It's a shame, actually. Let me just take us in a different direction. I think I posted it on the forum. No, I didn't post. I posted on Discord, but one of my birds died recently, and it was the bird that in 2019, I had my first quail, and they were bob white quail, and I had about 30... I had 4 dozen eggs. Yes, I had 4 dozen eggs. Like the story of me, there was an ad on Done Deal for quail eggs, and I asked for 2 dozen, and I made an improvised incubator, which was just a wooden box. And that wooden box had basic insulation on the inside, and it had a basic monitor and temperature set up to keep the humidity and the moisture at the right levels. And it wasn't there wasn't even any plastic involved with it. The heating elements were 2 incandescent bulbs. I went to a pound shop, or I think the American equivalent is like Dollar Tree or something, and I deliberately bought the lowest efficiency bulbs I possibly could, because efficiency on a light bulb just means the percentage of energy that is emitted as a light as opposed to heat. And so I just bought the lowest rated efficiency bulbs, and I stuck them on a platform inside this box, and I turned them on. And I had a little temperature sensor on the outside that whenever the sensor reached, I think it's 33 degrees Celsius or something. I have to look it up. To turn the light bulbs off, and if it went below about like 2 degrees below that, to turn them back on. So they were turning on and off once every 5 minutes or so inside this pretty well insulated box. And I got 2 dozen eggs off Done Deal, and I met up with the farmer. I'm going to start production on this. And he bought 4 dozen because he misread my message, and he thought I needed 4 dozen. And I showed up, and because this was before COVID, but he was like an old farmer. I'm not surprised you don't want to make the meat cleaver that I'm probably going to use to butcher you at some point, mate. And I showed up with cash, and I met him, and he said, "I got you 4 dozen eggs here." And I said, "I'm very sorry, I only bought enough money for 2 dozen." And he said, "You know what, just take the 4 dozen anyway. I'll only end up having to butcher the bloody things myself." Which I was really appreciative of. I was very grateful for him giving me them for basically half price. But the thing was, I thought that because my incubator was entirely improvised, I would get maybe 30% yield, as in maybe 1 in 3 of these eggs that were all fertile. Maybe 1 in 3 would develop into anything. And so I put these 4 dozen eggs into this improvised incubator, and I turn it on, and they take 31 days. They take about a month to hatch. Sorry. So they take 30 days or so to hatch, and within about 10 days, you candle eggs to see if there's anything in them. What you do is you take a strong directional light source like a torch, and you just hold the egg in front of it, and the egg will be illuminated from the inside, like if you hold up a torch to the back of your hand and you can see the veins through your hand. You can see on the inside of the egg, if it's started to develop, it will grow veins and become slowly more opaque as the chick inside develops. Every single one of those eggs, bar 3 or 4, had started to develop veins by day 5 or 6. So I absolutely panicked at that point, because I'm an incredibly sentimental person when it comes to my beloved birds. So I was like, I planned to have maybe 5 or 6 quail. I'm gonna have 30 quail at minimum. And so the next, like, 2 or 3 weeks was just this desperate planning situation of what to do with all of these flipping quail that I suddenly have on my hands. I couldn't believe how well my improvised incubator design worked, and I even made another improvised incubator that was even more kind of slapdash later on, and even that had like an 80-90% yield. No, it had 100% yield for what I used it for. And then it had a like a 90% yield for other eggs that were actually quite old that I did not expect to work as well. So I was very impressed by how it was. Let's eat this bread. Gonna snack on this bread. Yeah, you'll help me build the spear, but you won't help me build the butcher's cleaver. Okay. Yeah, all these quail popped out. I've got 1 or 2 pictures of them as chicks. They are so adorable. They are so tiny. They're the size of your thumb. They're like the size of a thumbnail. They're so cute. They are so adorable. I loved my little baby quail. But yeah, we had about 3 or 4 days of happy bliss after these quail hatched, and we got them out of the incubator. We actually turned the incubator into a nest, into a box for them afterwards as they grow up. And after a while, I look in, and there's this one quail on its own, and he was obviously being picked on by the others. He was the runt of the litter. And so, in the end, he was joined by another one. There were 2 of them that they were persecuting quite badly. They were just pecking them on the head and on the legs. And in the end, they managed to destroy 2 of his... What the hell is that? What the hell is that, Raid? They destroyed 2 of his toes and 2 of the toes of the female that would become his wife in the end. And so I had to take them out, and I had to bring them indoors, and I put them into my... I put them in my windowsill. I put them in a box on my windowsill, and they were in my shed. Not in my shed, my bedroom, for about a year or so, and I pretty strongly bonded with both of them. The female, unfortunately, did not live more than about a year or so, because she developed what is called egg peritonitis, which is basically internal laying, which is, it's not really predictable. It's a genetic disorder. She's sadly the only one that ever died from it. But she unfortunately died after a year or so, and I had the male on his own with me for a few months. And I really loved him. He was a very, very sweet bird. He was easily the tamest bird that I've ever had. I could pick him up, I could hold him, I could carry him around, and he just didn't care. He, because of his toes being destroyed, or 2 of his toes being destroyed, he developed an awkward gait. And for the last 2 or 3 years of his life... The problem with the poor guy was that he couldn't quite stand properly. Oi, 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 oi. And so he developed blisters on his feet, or rather like scars. That, have you ever seen The Elephant Man or anything like that? It was a bit like that. And I had to I had to pick him up every so often. I had to trim off the scuds that developed over these to prevent them from becoming septic and damaged. There's literally nothing that could be done about it. Are you eating literally my entire food supply? But I could pick him up and I could trim away at this stuff on his feet, which obviously caused him at least a bit of pain. And he just didn't care. He was incredibly placid. He was the softest thing that I could really just sit and cuddle with. And I really appreciated that, but he died about 3 weeks ago, and I buried him in the garden, and it was sad, but he lived about 5 years, and that's pretty good for a quail, especially the quail that's the runt of a litter. He also, when he was young, at about 8 months or so, he got a very nasty bacterial sinus infection that I had to nurse him through. But that entire time he didn't complain or anything. He stayed perky. He was banging his wife right up till the end. He actually outlived 2 wives. I put a second quail with him, a female quail with him after the first one died, and they bonded, but she eventually, as she got older, I think she developed cancer. And so she just slowly passed away, and he was left unmarried again, because bob white quail, they bond for life. They are not like chickens where one rooster will have a bunch of hens and won't care about them. No, bob white quail will bond for life, and so the moment any of them the moment the one partner dies, the other one gets depressed and goes into a decline. So I make sure to keep them paired up as much as possible. And this guy was a very faithful husband to 3 wives in total, and he finally died on the 3rd wife. He lived a very good life, and I really appreciate him. He was a very sweet bird, and he was my friend for a long time. Yeah. I'm sorry, this makes me feel a bit sad for a second. Sorry if that disrupted anybody's vibe or whatever. Are there boiled eggs too? Are there eggs to do? I mean, I'm slowly reducing the number of birds that we have because with my parents being so elderly at this point, I can't really justify having so many animals around. Once our dogs pass away, they're both quite old. We are not going to replace them. We might get like a collie or something. We're not having the big dogs that we have right now. Because it's just not fair demanding that you have animals with people that aren't quite able to take care of them properly. So I'm very conscious of that. I very strongly believe in the ethical treatment of animals. It absolutely pisses me off. This is one of the very few things that will get me genuinely extremely angry, is when people do things like buy dogs they're obviously not capable of taking care of properly. For example, rich students in college buying huskies and other dogs. Because a husky is genetically programmed to run about 60 kilometers a day. And if you don't exercise a husky every single day, you are basically torturing that poor dog. You see cute videos of huskies on the internet all along because they are very emotive, very expressive dogs, and I think, no, sorry. That dog is the way he is. He's that expressive because he is not getting the stimulation that he needs. That dog should be working. That dog is, as I said, he's genetically programmed to run enormous distances every single day. And by forcing him inside, by not allowing him the freedom that he needs, you're inflicting the equivalent of solitary confinement torture for a human on it. And it's that loud and noisy, and you think it's funny, but no, that's a cry for help. It's why I don't agree with keeping cage birds like songbirds and so on either. I think that birds ought to be free. I've considered constructing an outdoor aviary before to keep smaller birds in, but I just don't think it's ethical at this point at all. I think that animals, as much as possible, should be allowed to lead natural lives without interference from humans. But I mean, my stance is strange because at the same time, a lot of people who are nature purists, shall we say, will say, oh, if a baby bird falls out of a nest, you shouldn't take care of it. Whereas I'm just like, no. Do you have any idea the attrition rates of baby birds? 95% of all baby birds will be dead within 6 months. Are you telling me that by picking up a bird that's fallen out of its nest that has been clearly, because I can tell when a bird has been abandoned by its parents, it's very obvious. And so you're telling me that picking up this baby bird and taking care of it and saving it is committing some kind of dreadful ecological disaster? I'm not condemning this bird to a lifetime of torture and agony by giving it association with humans in a rural setting where it's going to be territorial and it's going to stay around my property for its entire life. it's, you know, if somebody picks up a baby bird and habituates it to humans in like an apartment setting, again, I think that's wrong. But I mean, are you kidding when you say that you shouldn't interfere with nature when I get really annoyed at how extremist people are on all sides. That's something that has really irritated me, because I kind of oh, I didn't realize you charged and did that. That's kind of funny. Sorry, guys. Well, now you can get 116 little KFP bitches and meld them into one egg-generating machine. Okay. Birds are cruel. If you've ever had guinea fowl, they are real bastards to each other. We do have guinea fowl. Like, guinea fowl are some of the main birds that we keep at the moment. And yeah, guinea fowl are strange. They're not like, I would say that having guinea fowl together is a lot better than having chickens together. We used to have quite a few roosters. Roosters, because we're too soft to actually kill roosters if they if we have too many. We don't cull them. And we could keep roosters together fairly decently. The thing about roosters, if you don't have too many hens, roosters actually won't fight each other because they don't see much of a point. Roosters, if you have 2 roosters and like 20 hens, then the roosters will fight to death. If you've got a bunch of roosters and only a few hens, and you keep the hens isolated so the roosters don't ride them to death, then the roosters will be just like, yeah, you know what? Let's just be men going our own way, and they'll be fine together. Almost never had any cases of roosters killing each other or even seriously harming each other. There was 1 or 2 like major personality conflicts, but it was always the case of a specific bird taking against another specific bird and attacking that bird, as opposed to generally, oh, we're lads together, so let's murder each other. That almost never happened. But with guinea fowl will be assholes to each other, but they're assholes in a very specific way. And a guinea fowl will chase another guinea fowl, but they don't stand up fight each other. And so what they do, because we've got quite a large open space, we've got like 5 or 6 acres around ourselves, then we just let them out, we free range them, and they have their own little groups and they go around with each other, and so they get along quite well. We've got like 20 guinea fowl at the moment, and they all get along pretty well. They don't destroy each other like chickens and roosters do. Like, if guinea fowl fight, they generally don't hurt each other that badly, because guinea fowl are ambush fighters. You'll see 2 guinea fowl and they'll charge at each other, and then one will, well, they'll kind of play chicken. One will charge at another, and the other one will be like, ah, and then run away. And then it'll turn round, and 10 minutes later, it'll creep up to the other guinea fowl that charged at it, and it'll go, gotcha! And it'll attack, and it'll peck like its wing once, and then it'll run away. So they don't stand up, fight, and kill each other like roosters do. It's a very kind of strange way that they interact. I like that sound. I'm just gonna sit here for a second and listen to that noise. So we can keep male and female guinea fowl together a lot easier than we can with male and female chickens, and guinea fowl are also far more self-sufficient, as the guinea fowl will protect themselves from predators much more than chickens do. We've had cases where chickens will just stand around in the yard and let a fox pick them off and run and walk away, and then come back and grab another chicken, and they'll do nothing. Whereas guinea fowl, if they see a fox, they will be like, there's a fox here, let's all get together, and then charge at the fox and chase it off. I've seen guinea fowl in a flock chasing away foxes, and it's the hilarious thing to watch. You see this fox just creep up. It's trying to creep up on these guinea fowl, and then suddenly one of the guinea fowl will turn and it'll see this fox and it'll scream, and you think, oh no, they're all going to fly away now in different directions and the fox is going to charge after them and grab one of them. No, they all come together in this tight little pack, and then they will rush at the fox while screaming at it. And the fox will just turn around and be like, I want nothing to do with any of this nonsense, and run away at top speed. As long as you're aware you have to commit to taking care of the bird, it's fine. IMO, I think most people warn against that because the average person isn't willing to make the commitment to take care of them. I agree. I agree. Nobody should ever buy a pet as a fad. Nobody should ever buy a pet for any reason aside from I want to take care of this thing and make it part of my life for X number of years. And if there is any other primary motivation for getting a pet, I don't think you should. I've been big into falconing, or hawking actually. Hawking is the better term. Or falconry, and hawking I think is the term you use when you actually take a bird out to train it to take prey animals. I've been big into falconry recently, and there's a bunch of very good falconry channels on YouTube that I find are really, really nice. I went to a falconry center in the last time I was in England, and oh, they had some beautiful birds. I really, really love all of the hawks and we have buzzards over our region, and I love buzzards. They're beautiful birds. And the funny thing is that big eagles, they had big eagles too. They had sea eagles. I think it was Stella's sea eagles or something like that, but they were massive birds, enormous. But it's funny, you look into their eyes and you can see that is a really stupid bird. You look at those eagles and they're like, hello, how are you? I'm just waiting for dinner. Yeah, I'm happy with my life. Whereas you go up to the small little hawks and you can see this intensity in their gaze. These are birds that know they're not just predators, but they're also prey for other larger birds, and they need to be very selective about their targets. They need to think a lot about what they're doing. Whereas the big eagles are just like, I am an apex predator. I do not need to engage my grey matter in any capacity except when I feel hungry. I can just sit around unless I want to eat or I want to have sex. I do not need to use my brain. So yeah, big eagles are obviously pretty dumb, whereas the little ones, the little small ones, you can tell there's a very sharp, keen brain inside that very small head. And I really find them so adorable and so cute. If I ever find a job as a bird keeper or something, I would be happy with that job. It's not practical for me at the moment, but I would really like to volunteer at a bird center or something like that, because I just love avians so much. I've always been like that. Birds were one of the few things that really engaged me as an autistic child. I could just watch birds for ages. I don't think there's ever been birds that I don't like. Whereas with animals, with mammals and so forth, it's like I have no... I like bunny girls, but as far as rabbits are concerned, I have no empathy towards rabbits at all. I have no empathy towards guinea pigs or anything like that. I don't find them... I find them kind of cute in an abstract way, but if somebody told me, here's a rabbit, butcher it and eat it, I'd be like, okay, goodbye, Mr. Bunny. You're going to make a nice fur coat. And so is the rest of your family. I just wouldn't care. Whereas, if anybody even implies harm towards a bird, that just activates all of my protective instincts instantaneously. I mean, same with dogs and so on. It's not... I'm not saying that I don't care about other animals. I absolutely do. But there's certain animals that's just weird. I just don't have that part of my brain that has empathy in the same way that I would for a bird or other creatures. It's funny, I like cows quite a lot. I find that cows are surprisingly sensitive and empathetic creatures. Because they are herd animals, they are so heavily domesticated, cows have a lot of emotion. It's surprising. You think of a cow as a stupid creature. No, cows can be surprisingly intelligent, and if I had to, I definitely would rather go without meat than butcher a cow. Whereas if I had access to rabbits and I had no other source of meat, I would be like, yeah, I'll eat a bunny. I'm okay with killing a bunny for food. Whereas, like, butchering a cow or a pig, nah, I'd be like, no, I couldn't, sorry. So that's the way my mind works. I'm a strange person. Same with guinea pigs. I think like BB, the Peruvians and so on, they eat guinea pigs. I'm like, yeah, eat a guinea pig. Small, a nicer pair of teeth. I wonder what guinea pig tastes like. Peregrine falcons are really cool. I got to see one live once. They're so fast. Yeah. Yeah, they are incredibly fast, and they're incredibly skilled too. I think that it's perfectly ethical to own animals so long as you allow them dignity, and that is what people don't get. That animals, I do genuinely believe that animals have a sense of dignity, and when you deprive an animal of its dignity, like when this stupid fox... Lift. Yeet. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. F open. Yeah, that's great. Just go in there. Yeah, I'm just going to keep the... I'm going to keep that. Can I just get rid of this now to have them put it in a cooler? I guess I can. B build, C disassembly mode. Disassemble. I like the disassembly is instant. That's very good. That's excellent. A lot of games make the mistake of making disassembly as slow or around the same time constraint as building. I completely disagree. I think that disassembly in video games should be instantaneous. There's no justification for having disassembly take time. What's that? Oh, it's the lamb balls. Okay. Just gonna get some more ore, I think. Just a moment. How long have I been live for? I'm gonna be live another 25 minutes or so, and then I think I'm gonna end stream because I can feel my jaw starting to ache. I'm sorry if I have not been enormously animated tonight. Again, it's just because I have been talking for so long over VC with people, and this is a remarkably chill game overall. Let's get some more of this. It will be about 16. Oh, wait, that was the wrong one. There we go. Just want to get as much ore as possible at the moment. I think I will go on a bit of a pal hunting spree now as well. Build sphere workbench. What do I need for a sphere workbench? Oh, great. I have all I need for that. Excellent. Let's just plonk it down over here. Guys, wait, I have a constructor thingy in my... no, that is not what I meant to do. You help. Thank you. I will go on a pal hunting spree before the stream ends. But I feel pretty chill right now, just a little bit sleepy. Because I've been up very early the past 3 or 4 days in a row. Tomorrow I intend to grind a bit more on getting the server ready. Megasphere. That requires an ingot. Okay. I'm gonna make 10 of those. Oh good, they are putting it straight in the cooler. Excellent. I was worried they wouldn't be able to do that. Are you capable of doing this? Yes, you can. Excellent. Superb. Hello guys, I'm sorry about this. Thank you very much. I'll just cook you. Where are the other two? Are they just... oh, they're just taking a break. Wait, are these idiots not eating? And you get all the materials back for deconstruction. Yeah, that's extremely useful. I really appreciate that. Are these idiots stuck, or is it just that they are not eating properly? Okay, so apparently I need this. Feed box. Pals can feed from it when hungry. Okay, I guess they need this. That'd be very annoying if they do in fact need this. they can immediately rush over and eat. Yes. Ah, that's very annoying. That's seriously annoying. Can I not... Can this not connect to... That's very irritating. Can I not have stuff in the cooler that the pals will eat from? Thank you, mate. Yes, thank you. Wait, come here. Yeah, why doesn't the contextual menu open? Like, if it's not doing anything, I need to... They do need the feed box. It also needs to be stocked, but transport pals will automatically if you have food production. Okay, that's actually handy. That's actually useful. Because I don't think I have transport pals at the moment because they're all, like, refining and stuff. And then these guys are glitched out, of course. Okay, so I need to move this cooler then. Or I need to move that thing. Let's give you a pet. Oh, my brain is just kind of turning to mush here, honestly. I need that training dummy and storage. You know what, actually? I'm just going to go back to this for a minute. Because I can feel my brain just kind of going to mush as I speak. 1 second, please. There we go, I am alive. I'm just going to take it back to just chatting for a moment. Simply because I do feel... I'm starting to feel very sleepy all of a sudden. And I just want to go over some of the stuff in the Discord right now. Father, can you please stop having sex with the weird lizard? I haven't eaten a single bite in 12 days. First draft of this in situation monitoring. What has I can't believe he's not hacker been up to? That is interesting. Let's download gay.txt. You people send me the most entertaining things. Let's see if I can read this properly on stream. Sorry for being late and gay. Took one of my scant few chances for a nap before I needed out again. Okay, so the Claro stuff is going to need a bit of preamble. Back when Myth first debuted, myself and the landscape of the community were very different. Long story short, I became a somewhat notorious member of the early Deadbeat community, and a bunch of us decided to make a Discord server. Nothing really related to Mori herself. She was still our Kami-oshi or whatever the hell you want to call it, but it was still meant to be a group of internet friends rather than a fan server. By virtue of just kind of being there, along with being an artist and the server owner being an opportunistic tard, literally diagnosed, Claro got invited in hopes he would make art for us under the guise of being our Discord friend. At first, he was fine. He was somewhat respected because, admittedly, he was and still is a great artist. Yet, he has this somewhat nervous air about him. as if he was trying to overcompensate and impress everyone around him. Yes, that's an artist. Fast forward some time and he's unleashed the gay. He would constantly get into fits because of people sharing art he deemed lesser. He would immediately chimp out at anyone who disagreed with him, or just simply didn't lick his ass at any given opportunity. Even for the slightest thing, he would throw massive fits. He once had "oh, he doesn't know, he's unaware, he lacks critical information" joke pulled on him, and he began to have a meltdown, calling people around him children and demanding that he be respected. FYI, he was 23 at the time IRC. He would also throw petty and catty insults at anyone else who dared post their art to the server. That is, anyone but one person, which neatly leads us to Part 1, the Femoid drama. Claro is, for all intents and purposes, an incel. He was obsessed with Mori to a degree I only saw again once I started following the Homeland Tuber thread. He would use her, I assume. He would use her as a measuring stick for everyone around her, even using what he believed her opinion to be as an argument in any sort of debate. Literally, if she thinks this, then it has to be true. Why don't you think this? How dare you not think this? When pictures of her roommate started to surface which showed her tattoos, he suddenly wanted to get tattoos himself. When she talked about smoking, he went from completely demonizing the concept to accepting it and suggesting he may wish to partake, and the more she acknowledged his efforts, the worse he got. I'm just going to take a break here for a second to have a drink of water. Delicious water. But yes, this is reading as classic unhinged artist behavior so far. I look forward to seeing how it continues. Let's now set our sights on the server itself. There was this artist lady who was really good. Not Claro good, but certainly exceptional in her own right. Claro was almost immediately smitten by her. He would have nothing but praise for her art, which is something one could charitably attribute to its level of quality. But I'd argue that while it was great, he had gone out of his way to shit on objectively better pieces, so I don't think that's it. He would also completely change at the sight of her joining chat. Think Hulk calming down at the sight of Betty Ross. He would grandstand at everyone around him for messages upon messages, only to immediately cease at the faintest whiff of that woman's smell. I heard he would even try the good old DM slide, only to miserably fail time after time, but I cannot confirm this 100%. Some stuff happened, and that girl got together with a guy from the server. This was only known among the people closest to either of the two, but I believe Claro somehow found out, and the seething that followed was something to behold. While he would never outright publicly reveal anything about the situation, perhaps out of some sort of respect for her, he would still go out of his way to demean and insult the guy at any opportunity, even telling him to kill himself on multiple opportunities. Knowing him, he normally wouldn't give a shit, and neither would anyone else, but it was well known that he was struggling mentally at the time. Substance abuse, lack of activity, COVID lockdown, all that good stuff. And Claro, by his own admission, fully meant it. He didn't really care even at the time, because cyberbullying is gay and not real. It isn't real, get over it. Just turn away from the screen, stop looking at it. But the fact that he intended it to harm speaks volumes about his character. There's more that happened here, but little worth telling. So let's all segue with all the grace of Proctor having a laughing fit to part 2. Part 2, 4chan punches my Filipino peener. I'm not saying the other word just in case. Let me have another drink before I start this one. At the apex of his prominence within the Deadbeat and Mythsphere communities, he had naturally caught the attention of a certain 4chan board that had, if my timeline is correct, just been unleashed upon the world. VT was absolutely ruthless to many of us due to our notoriety and admittedly gay behavior. We all took it in the chin. Some of us took it as the nugget of truth we needed to become less retarded. But Claro, God Emperor Claro, oh, he couldn't stop getting mad at the internet. The man would tweet about it, cry about it in YT chat, and write whole paragraphs in the server all about how beneath him the 4 chuds were, and how unbothered he was by their meaningless words. Naturally, he couldn't say any of that without crying. It would be constant and endless, to the point most of us decided to just ignore him, until one day when, no matter the topic of conversation, he would constantly try to spin the conversation back to the oh-so-mean things that were being said about him, and how little he cares. No, seriously, guys, he doesn't care. He's fine. He didn't crap his pants, you did. Tired of this crap, some other guy decided to call him out and give him the dressing down of his life. After that, he stopped crying in the server, and, to be honest, I stopped caring about his existence at all. After crap happened and I left the server, I completely forgot about him until I randomly saw his art on one of Pippa's loading screens, and that's that. That was the story of engorged clit Claro. Now please, tell me more about flipping the bean and prolapsing. Oh my, that was quite an experience. I enjoyed that. Personally, I always take the opposite position Maury has. It's worked out really well so far. Yeah, I've seen a bit of the Claro stuff that has been posted in the threads every so often, and I haven't thought about it very much because, yeah, people like him are a dime a dozen. The only thing that's different about him is that he's a genuinely good artist. But yeah, if you're an artist, you're insane. It's just part and parcel of it. That you're Menhera in some way. I'm glad I'm not a particularly good artist at the moment, because I think that the more I get better at art, the more of a Menhera I'm likely to become. So yeah, enjoy that. Enjoy the Menhera Proctor art arc of my life. But with that, I'm going to end stream now because my jaw is really hurting. I'm going to get something to eat, and I am going to attend to essential biological needs. And then I'm probably going to come back and talk for a bunch more in Discord, because why not? Thank you all for sticking with me. I really appreciate you as always, and I'm gonna get a bit of rest now. Thank you, lads. More coming soon, TM.